Picture this. You're dodging rain in Melbourne's laneways, coffee in hand, and your phone buzzes with news that Bitcoin's just touched a fresh high before a slight pullback. Makes you wonder, is this the start of something massive for us Aussies in 2026? G'day legends, it's Sash from CRYPTOLOGIC, broadcasting straight from Mount Gambier at the moment, where the crypto scene is heating up faster than a summer barbie. Today, we're unpacking the latest twists in Bitcoin and beyond, from local innovations shaking up how we build wealth to global shifts that could redefine the market. Buckle up, this is going to be a deep one. This segment is brought to you by cryptologic.com.au, your go-to hub for in-depth Aussie and global crypto news. Let's kick off with a local scene, because right here in Australia, crypto isn't just an investment anymore. It's becoming a lifeline. First, the housing crunch is real, folks. Back in the 70s, an average home cost about 5 times your yearly salary. Fast forward to now, and it's ballooned to 10 times. That's a whopping barrier for young Aussies chasing the dream. So what's the pivot? Parents are stepping in with crypto gifts, especially Bitcoin, to give their kids a fighting chance at wealth building. Swift ex-CEO Jason Titman put it perfectly. Young people feel locked out of traditional paths, and crypto's filling in that gap. It's no shock that digital assets are now Australia's third most popular investment, with 1 in 5 of us holding some. But it gets even more groundbreaking. Block Earner just launched Australia's first Bitcoin-backed home loan. Yeah, you heard that right. Use your BTC as a collateral for a deposit or even a full loan. This isn't pie in the sky. It's live, blending crypto with real estate to tackle affordability, head on. Imagine securing your first home without selling your stack. That's the kind of innovation making waves down under. And let's not forget the cultural splash. The Australian Open has teamed up with Nexo as its first official crypto partner, launching a massive 10 million Australian dollars bracket challenge. That's 6.7 million USD for fans predicting winners. Talk about blending sports with sats. From Brisbane to Hobart, crypto is infiltrating our summer events, showing mainstream adoption is accelerating right here. Regulators are catching up too, with the Digital Asset Framework, DAF, bill pushing for stricter AML compliance and licensing. 2026 feels like a training phase to the industry. ASIC's guidance is evolving, and this could position Australia as a global hub if we play it right. Overall, these stories scream opportunity. Crypto is not just surviving the housing squeeze, it's thriving as an alternative. Shifting gears to the global front, where the big guns are firing. Top story, Bitcoin's on a comeback tear. It briefly hit 96,000 US dollars before settling, fueling optimism for a push toward 100,000 USD and beyond. Analysts at Investor Daily and others see this as a decisive breakout from recent ranges, shaking off risk of vibes from tariff threats. Right now, Bitcoin is trading at 138,500 Australian dollars. That's around 95,000 US dollars, up slightly in the session but down a touch over the week. Second, institutions are gearing up to supercharge crypto inflows. JP Morgan predicts acceleration in 2026 after 2025's record 130 billion USD haul. Stablecoins are booming, real-world utilities deepening, and blue-chip assets like Bitcoin are the focus. Binance's outlook echoes this. Expect more institutional engagement with trends like tokenized assets and clearer regs worldwide. Third, Grayscale's calling 2026 the dawn of the institutional era. They forecast Bitcoin smashing new all-time highs in the first half, driven by bipartisan US legislation like the Clarity Act and rising allocations from heavyweights like Harvard. Plus, BitGo's eyeing a 1.96 billion USD IPO, signaling custody and infrastructure plays are hot. On the tech side, BTQ Technologies launched the Bitcoin Quantum testnet, a quantum-resistant fork to future-proof against computing threats. This isn't hype. It's hardening Bitcoin's tech backbone. These global moves aren't isolated. They're rippling to us in Australia, amplifying local adoption. Now, for an in-depth market analysis, let's break down what this means for prices and strategies. Bitcoin's chart shows strong support at 130,000 Australian dollars, that's 89,000 USD, with resistance looming at 150,000 Australian dollars or 103 USD dollars. The recent surge touched 142,000 Australian dollars on 98 US dollars before pulling back, but RSI is resetting healthily, no overbought signals yet. Volumes spiking up on days, hinting at accumulation. Micro-wise, with US tariffs and inflation in play, cryptos decoupling as a hedge. Institutional inflows hit 1.7 billion US dollars last week alone, with BlackRock leading, that's absorbing supply and could propel us to 180,000 USD optimistic targets by year end. Altcoins? Ethereum's holding firm at around 4,800 US dollars, that's 3,300 USD dollars, benefiting from ETF approvals. Watch Solana and XRP for ETF momentum too. But volatility is key. Dips like this week's 2 to 3% are buy opportunities if fundamentals hold. For Aussies, factor in Australian dollar strength. A weaker dollar could boost local prices. Risk management? Well, diversify. Use dollar cost averaging and quantum advancements for long-term holds. The CRYPTOLOGIC takeaway. 2026 is shaping as a crypto's maturation year. Institutions are the rocket fuel, local innovations like BTC loans and gifts are the Aussie edge, and tech upgrades ensure resilience. Bitcoin's posed for new highs, but remember the volatility. I am not a financial advisor, guys. Do your own due diligence. Invest wisely and never risk more than you can lose. Heavy stuff. Time for a breather. Why did the crypto investor in Melbourne bring an umbrella to the bull market? Because he heard there was a chance of altcoin showers. Alright, wrapping up, guys. 2026 is looking electric from Melbourne's streets, or now at the moment Mount Gambier, to global boards. If you're stacking sats or eyeing that first dip buy, now's the time to stay informed. Smash that like button. If this fired you up, subscribe for more CRYPTOLOGIC insights and comment below. Have you gifted crypto lately? Or what's your 2026 BTC price prediction? Head to cryptologic.com.au for deeper dives. Until next time, stay sovereign, keep hodling, and catch you soon. Cheers from Sash, and see you in the blockchain.